Welcome one and all back to the Race Spec Season 7 Pacific Endurance Tier. The one, the only, the best endurance tier. This is for all those hardcore drivers. And we're at the Bahrain International Circuit. This 57 lap race around this desert hot circuit in the middle of the night is going to be a cracker. And we've had a few issues which have caused us to start a little bit late, but we are going forwards ahead full of steam, and I'm super excited to be back with my best mate, Mr. Ten. Ten, how are you doing? Yeah, and we've only really just learned of the full grid, so we'll just take you through that grid very, well, not very quickly. We'll take you through nice and slow so you guys keep up and find out who is racing for what, because it's a total jumbo compared to last season. I don't think there's anybody sitting in the same seat, as we see a few of the cars coming out onto the grid. And yeah, maybe let's start off with first car on track there, which is the Aston Martin. And that is Prince. Okay, new name to me, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes ahead. And sitting alongside him, the other Aston Martin, is Ferrari.
Some him tonight, so very, very keen.
Yes, alright, now you are. He was just saying how he knows Prince very well, very quick. What else have we got here? We've got a Ferrari, Kick Butt Kiwi in the Ferrari, not Ferrari Pro, and Ethimon, I think is, believe how it's pronounced, with that lovely purple helmet there.
Yeah, actually a couple names that I don't recognise at all. Haven't seen them around, and very, very keen to see how they go. And it's a bit of a mixed grid, I must admit, though. We've got some very, very quick drivers and a couple of drivers who aren't as quick. So I think overall, though, we'll see some good racing and some good battling.
Yeah, we got CBF Chip. I do recognise this guy. He's in the Alpha Tauri, sitting alongside Broke Vegan, who's still in the pits at the moment. Then next on track, we have got a very formidable team here. Banana Cake Pie in the Mercedes and GeForce Ford in the Mercedes. So that is going to be a very strong team, I think, to keep an eye out. Let's take a look at the McLarens. Got Prezzo in one of the McLarens, and your old mate Militant in the other one.
Yeah, Miller filling in tonight. Hopefully he gets a decent result. But yeah, pretty tough grid.
Yeah, what else have we got here? We've got Jedley in the Haas also coming out, and another old strong guy, BPV8. We know him very well. He's a very quick driver, and he's in that Haas once again alongside Jedley. What else have we got here? We got a fellow commentator, Lane Everingham, in the Red Bull, sitting alongside Bags as well. So I think that little team will be also definitely one to keep an eye out on. And what else have we got? Who else have I forgotten here? Williams, Vision 844. I don't know him. Do you know him?
No, never seen that name before.
Okay, that'll be an interesting one. And alongside him is Honest Crook, who's still in the pit lane at the moment. And then let's look at the Alpine boys. Cool Boy 101493 in that lovely blue and pink Alpine alongside URL Ghost Rider. You know these guys?
Yeah, Cool Boy races in another league as well. I have seen him before. Ghost Rider, haven't seen new face, so keen to see how he goes as well.
And then finally, and not least, we've got Plebs in the Alfa Romeo. He's still in the garage at the moment, and Spicy. He's just coming out of the pit lane now, and that is someone retiring in the pit lane, I believe. Ethimon. It's a bit of a strange maneuver there. Hadn't even got going. He's in the pit lane. Let's take a little bit of the on-track action. So that's your grid for now. There's a lot of reserves, not many full-time drivers, so we'll definitely see a lot of different cars. Different drivers driving for different cars until that grid gets sorted out, and hopefully we'll get you some proper graphics and some proper team lineups for you by the next race. As you see, a lot of yellow flag slow moving cars in sector 1. The Kiwi in the Ferrari, he's just getting ready to let loose on a lap. His red light for the fuel is on, so I do wonder if he's going to do this or come back in. We'll just keep an eye on him, and I might get you Ted to take us around a lap of this Bahrain circuit with Kiwi.
Oh yes, absolutely. First lap here, then I will be commentating over for Kickbutt Kiwi. Of course, we have this very long DRS straight. We will see plenty of overtakes here, but here we go. Coming into turn number 1 here, break out that curb, turn the car in, get that car rotated. He's gone a bit deep, hasn't got that apex at all. Got to get nice and smooth on the power. Turn number 2, turn number 3, very well rotated. Now we're going to get all the way across here and open up this corner for turn number 4 as he brakes heavy, gets the car turned in. Got to be nice and light in the power as well, as that's an easy spot to spin. The tricky 5, 6 and 7 here, taken very smoothly from him, but could have been much quicker. Saw him off the power a fair bit. Turn number 8 here, get that car rotated again, smooth on the power here. You can lose the rear end very easy. Of course, into the very tricky turn number 9 and 10. Got to brake heavy, don't lock up, as he does not lock up at all. Very beautiful there from Kickbutt Kiwi. Again, another long DRS straight. Won't see many overtakes, but it will keep the cars nice and close together here. Turn number 11, get the car rotated all the way to the edge here. Make sure that you don't go over that curve, or else you will spin it. Turn number 12 and number 13, gone super wide, did not get anywhere near that apex. Turn number 13, get the car rotated, touch that curb, heavily back on the power there, and another nice straight, not DRS assisted this one, but you will still get a very nice slipstream into turn number 14 and 15. Get the car rotated, nips that curb beautifully on that apex, hard on the power, and that was a pretty clean lap there from Kickbutt Kiwi, and his time is a 1:29.3, putting him a provisional P11 at the moment.
Yeah, not too shabby. Quite a few lap times coming in here. As you said before, mixture of skill, I think, in this tier. So there's going to be probably fairly spread out times in qualifying. 28.3 currently Princess sitting with a division pole, and he's got Vision just behind him, and Ford also very close between those boys. But then you see a big 2-second gap down to Cool Boy. It's not too. Field's about a second bunched up. I think we won't take Cool Boy's time in too seriously. I think at this stage I'm sure they'll be going out and doing something a little bit quicker than that. Just a couple of guys still left to set their laps, both the Alfa Romeos, Haas as well as BP. That's one to keep an eye on, and then obviously Honest Crook down there sitting in 19 with not a lap time yet. It'll be interesting. We were just having a chat before this about the tyre usages for the race. Because the way the new game is doing it, it looks like there's only going to be one medium, one hard available, right?
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like, and I can tell you right now, that's not going to be enough for these guys in endurance. A little front wing change, and you're going back onto either soft tyres that aren't going to last very long, or you're going onto hard tyres, or the other tyres that you've already used, basically. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a struggle with strategy this season, so hopefully the boys can manage it pretty well, but I mean, it'll make it interesting for us.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be. I'm not sure if they're fully aware of this, some of the guys, but I was thinking about it before, and I'm a bit of a diligent person. I'll double check these things, so I wonder if they might catch a few of these guys out, them choosing to go back onto the mediums or the hards and find out they've already used them. So they might have a bit of strategy in there. If they're damaged, maybe you'd have to flicking through between each of the tyre compounds until they get back to the one they want to. But we have seen safety cars here in the past as well. And yeah, I wonder how far they'll be able to push the softs if they have to run during the race too. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's always the question. How far can these guys take these tyres? Hopefully they've done a little bit of tyre practice to see what they will do and how well they go. But yeah, again, mentioning that safety car, we have seen that a couple times. But an interesting thing about this game is if you are on the mediums or the hards, it is so hard to get those tyres warm behind the safety car. So if we do get a safety car restart, look out for a lot of drivers having some moments, as they will be on cold tyres after that safety car restart.
Yeah, let's not forget we're a little bit later here at Endurance. I'm sure you guys already know about this back at home, but yeah, rule changes obviously with the cars, the new cars with the extra more of the ground effect downforce, and then also the tire blanket changes where the tires will be a lot cooler coming out of the pit lane. It's very tricky. This track was incredibly tricky when the first game came out, but with the patches it has made it a lot easier to manage coming out. But I think you're right, it'll still be difficult on those hard tyres. We have a saying around here at Formula Endurance that hard tyres are a big no-no. As we see BP opening up here on his first lap, he's got a McLaren just in front of him there as he let go to finish the lap. So we get a nice toe down the pit straight here. He's got the DRS open, and yeah, it's a choice of how much downforce to put on the cars. It's very varying levels of downforce. So just braking around the 100-meter board. Just locks up there on the front right, going a little bit wide here, but he can recover it coming up this hill now. Very tricky traction zone, uses all of that curve, handles it very nicely. Down to turn 4, another DRS zone here. Good opportunity to overtake on the race. Gets that apex nicely hooked up, uses all the track on the exit, and then some, close to invalidating. Goes purple according to the graphic, and we'll see how this line goes. I'm expecting a strong one from BP. The first tricky downhill braking zone, gets the car really nicely hooked up there. Good rotation, no locking. This is the trickiest corner, I would say. This turn 10, and yeah, gets through that nice and clean too. Now gets a decent exit, DRS open down this middle part of the circuit, and then just a couple of corners, these high speed ones going up the hills forwards. It's a 128.0 to take provisional pole by just under a tenth. Stay off the curb here, so that still launching. Uses all the exit curb, and then you've got 2 corners pretty much left. This turn 50 is not really a turn, so it's just flat out here, maximising that exit, run down the line, all the focus in the last corner, maximising the exit. Gets that nicely, hooks up, use a little bit of the inside curve, plenty of the outside curve, and run down the line, DRS open, and what will this be? It is 27.9 just in front of Ford, and I did say it was going to be a close one, and there it is.
Yeah, gonna see a nice little BPV8 and Ford battle this year again by the looks here, as they're so close together, but also a little vision there. Newcomer sitting very, very nicely in P3 as well, so looks like he may be able to challenge those guys for that pole position as well.
Yeah, 4 different constructors there in the top, so that's going to be exciting, and they're very close, as you just mentioned. There's a flag in the middle. I think it's just a car being let past, but yeah, Spicy, they're setting a lap into P5. Nicely done there. Nips ahead of Broke Being by a couple of tenths. The 2 AlphaTauris there next to each other for P6 and P7. There's still a couple of guys who still haven't come out yet, leaving it very late. Ghost Rider and Honest Crook, and I'm sure as well Ferrari Pro will be looking to improve in that Aston Martin. It is very strange seeing him in a green car with their name Ferrari Pro. We'll have to get used to that. And yeah, just on a lap at the moment, I believe, so we'll see how this unfolds. Yeah, definitely wanting to start a bit further up the grid. I'm sure the track will be improving as the session goes on, especially in the last couple of moments. I'm sure we'll see a lot more cars out there. Or potentially, they could be choosing to save a set of tyres for the race.
Yeah, definitely. A set of tyres saving for the race could be a smart idea around here, especially with endurance. Last season we saw a lot of late safety cars as fatigue starts to kick in after such a long race. Yeah, some cars get dropped, and we do often see a late safety car. So a fresh set of softs for that could be very, very handy.
Exactly that. It's a bit of a hallmark of the endurance series, having that late safety car, and if there was 2 takeaways, late safety cars and don't go on the hard tyre.
It's a big shame though that all of the drivers are going to have to go on the hard tyres.
Yeah, pretty much, I would imagine.
That's just the strategy of every track, isn't it?
Pretty much, but I think where it'll really make the difference is if you're on the hard tyre and there's a safety car, that'll be double dangerous there. But I found with this new patch that it's, you tend to have a lot higher tyre temperatures, so but we maybe might not run into this issue as much. But yeah, we'll see. And there's a few other new, not only the tyre blankets, but obviously in the pit lane you can lose or gain time with the pit lane immersion set, and also the formation lap start where you get to place your own car where you'd like it. Yeah, punish there, get reset a bit further back as Oniscrook's just opening up on his first and probably final flying lap, and I saw that as it was happening. He just seemed to turn a little bit too aggressively over that curb, and I was like, whoop, that's a bit too much. And yeah, he's gone around, very easy to do. Maybe tyres not up to temperature either, so hopefully he's got enough fuel on board to sort of reset and do it again. He's got time, but has he got the fuel?
Yeah, that's always the question. Is it's the final run of his, well, going out for his final laps. You presume that he's running absolute min fuel, but yeah, don't know. He doesn't have fuel light on, so we should be fine.
Running over that curb. I wonder if these guys, depending on the right happens, damage the car running on the curbs, and that still is a very prevalent thing. But yeah, downforce levels. Let's just talk quickly about that. There's so many different ways you can go with the downforce, so it will be interesting to see if people have chosen to go for a more stable car, better in the twisty parts of the track, or make a very, very slippery car down the straight.
Yeah, look, I feel like the smart idea is just to go slippery car in the straight. You can just defend through the corners is the thing, and gap them on the straight. They won't be able to overtake you in DRS, and yeah, just slippery on the straight is going to be the big advantage. But who knows? Maybe we'll see some interesting car setups around here tonight, and hopefully it will give us a good race.
Yeah, into the final 2 minutes of qualifying here. Oniscrook still to set a lap along with Ghost Rider. If he leaves it any later, I don't think he will be making it out. Maybe that's his strategy there. But all the cars now coming out to the track for the final runs. We'll just stick on board with Oniscrook just to see how he goes. Makes it through that first section nice and cleanly this time. No issues there. And yeah, he might run into a little bit of traffic on this lap because everybody's coming out into the outlaps now. So a little bit out of sequence with the other guys is Oniscrook, and it could hinder him. But I think everyone's having pretty decent paced outlaps, so might just get away with that as the final guys coming into their final runs now. Everyone on outlaps, as you can see on the left, apart from URL Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what he's doing, but I don't know. It's his choice. He can do what he wants, I guess.
Yeah, a couple of stabs at the wheel there for Oniscrook down into turn 10, just not quite getting it hooked up. A little bit of wheel spin on the exit there, so struggling for traction, and there it goes again. I was just saying that, and it was, yeah, sort of definitely on the previous corner. I was a bit worried going into that. Even I think he's running quite skinny on the rear downforce because that was a bit of a surprise that it just let go again. I think he's cooked the tyres now. He's going to have big issues here. Got to be careful with the cars coming around and doing their final laps as we switch on to have a look at those going. BP just trying to defend his provisional pole at the moment. A couple of spinners going on there. There's an Alfa Romeo that's gone around as well, and slow moving cars, everyone jostling for position in the final sector. BP on a lap at the moment. Who else have we got coming around here? The Aston Martins. Who's going to be the first one to come around the lap now? I would have thought it was yeah, that's invalidated for Miller, so he's done. Across the line there. Banana Cake Pie also P9. A Bro Vegan aboard there from the Williams, and then the Haas of Jedley crosses the line, makes a P8, 28.7, very tight in that midfield. The next one across the line we've got going here is going to be CBF Chip coming into the final sector now. Last straight, well, second to last straight left to go. Can he improve on his 128.8? It's very tight. Just that 1/10 will move him up a position, so he's going to be looking at every little bit of time as this qualifying session comes under wraps now. Across the line he's going to go, and he does improve just that little bit, moves him up. We've also got an Alpine that's come across, and I think it's Prezzo. Yep, Prezzo moves up into P6 into 28.463. There's going to be another Mercedes.
Just finishing a lap, doesn't improve.
Unfortunately for him, he holds onto that P2. What about? Oops, where am I going? What about BP? He's coming around the. He's come around the last corner. He's aborted because I think he's seen that Ford did not improve, so he's aborted that lap. What else have we got here? Prince is coming around the final corner now. It looks like he is missing from the wing, so he's done. And Ferrari Pro also round the last corner now. Can he improve? He's going to want to start a little bit higher than P10, I believe. It's so tight there. And yes, he does. P7 for Ferrari Pro. 28.496, so close between Prezzo, and that's your qualifying done. Oniscrook there not managing to set a lap, and Ural Ghost Rider not choosing to set a lap.
Yeah, BPVA, of course, taking that pole position with a very, very nice 27.9. But of course, GeForce Ford just behind him, only a tenth away. So should still be a very, very good race.
Yeah, it's very close at the top there. I'm impressed actually by how close it is between those guys. And if qualifying's anything to go by, I think we're going to have a close race. Oh, no, it's going to.
Oh yeah, maybe a bit of rain. Doubt it though around Bahrain.
You wish.
Of course, I wish it would be great, but yes, still a very close grid by the looks. It seems the whole grid within 1.2 seconds. Unfortunately, it looks like Miller didn't really get a lap together. So yeah, if he actually got his lap together, it looks like the whole grid would have been within the second, which is very, very good to see.
That's very encouraging for the first race of the season. Yeah, these guys here in P10, 11, 12, look how close they are with their times. It's, yeah, very competitive, which is great to see. And just want to touch back upon the straight line speeds. So you would say you'd go with a low downforce setup for this?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's low downforce just seems super overpowered in this game at the moment. And then yeah, some basic defending through all the corners and stuff, but a bit of ERS and you will be fine on the straights. No one's gonna get ya.
Yeah, so we've changed our ideas. I used to be the low downforce guy, and but now I would have erred towards a high downforce. Just purely, I just find that rear is just a little bit more unpredictable this game, and you know, you saw it catching a few people out there. Just yeah, it's a bit more safe, I guess. It's the safe option, right? But yeah, you do get eaten up on those straights because the difference with those wing levels is just huge. Like the straight line speed differences, you can really get absolutely demolished on the straight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see what the drivers have chosen to go for tonight. I'm pretty sure all the setups will be pretty similar though.
And tyre as well. That is what I am interested to see. Look at that. That is interesting. Either way, here's our grid. BP and the Haas, his first pole position of the season on the hard tyre. Now that I think is big. I'm not sure what to think of that. We'll see how that pans out for him. Ford's doing a little spinneroonie. But he's in P2, starting alongside BP on that medium tyre. Vision also on these are guys all on the medium tyres. Vision there, his first qualifying here. Great at P3 along with Prince also. Broke Vegan, good qualifying from him, and he'll be starting alongside Prezzo in the McLaren. And then we've got I was about to say we've got the Ferrari. We've got the Aston Martin of Ferrari Pro in P7 next to Spicy. And then we've got CBF Chip and Lane Evering rounding out the top 10 on that medium tyre. Then we've got Bags on the medium tyre. And then our first of the interesting tyre choices, Jedley, also starting on the hard tyre in P12. Kickback Kiwi on the medium. Plebs on the soft, aggressive strategy. Cool Boy on the medium. Banana Cake on the softs on the Mercedes. Miller on the hards in the McLaren. Then we've got a soft of Ghost Rider, medium of Honest Crook, and then Effiman there on the soft. So a bit of a mix in the second half of the top 10. Hey Buster, how are you doing? Yes, we're on the Twitch this time round. Trying the Twitch out, seeing how we go. Let's go. But yeah, Buster on the hard.
Yeah, I do know the hard medium strategy actually seemed to work really well here for BPVA, especially in another league. He did extremely well hard medium, so I guess he's trying it again, although he didn't start from pole position in that race, so maybe the pole position could hinder him a bit more, as he might lose some positions there, especially to Ford, Vision and Prince, who were all very, very close to him.
Yeah, they're gonna be hot on his heels on those medium tyres. Hey, how you doing, Roscoe and Buster? It's great to be back. We're excited, and I think it's gonna be a cracking race here. Some interesting strategies at play, and I'm hoping that BP has got those tyres warmed up, because otherwise he's gonna get absolutely swallowed up by these medium runners here as Ford just slowly peels into his grid slot here, and of course they get to someone's missed their grid slot completely there. Of course, here's the tyre strategies for you at the bottom there. I don't think that bottom one is going to be relevant at all, but we'll see. And I'd love a better camera angle for the start of this race, please, game. just waiting for the cars to all get in position. Alrighty, here was let's go. 5 lights. And off they go. Seem to get a decent start. Bit of wheel spin for Vision here, as there's a bunching up happening. And they're all spread out. There's a couple 5 wide. What's it going to be down into the first corner? Ford's got the inside on BP, and he gets through, I think, that extra grip on the medium tie, but then BP still hung it around the inside through turn 2, and he gets through back, taking the position into P1. Ooh. There's a bit of a kerfuffle down the back of the grid. There's cars all over the place. Miller's down. I've got Cool Boy, and Plevs has had a nightmare of a start. Not sure what happened in the back there, but the rest of them making a couple of 2x2 through turns 3 and 4, and the rest of them seem to be getting through safely and the grid. But what happened at the back there, Tem? Did you see?
Yeah, I did absolutely see. I was on board with
there's a Red Bull that's lost it.
Oh,
that is Lane.
Lane's had a big spin there, unfortunately. Yeah, race start wise, Plebs was going through coming out of turn number 1, and was a 3 wide there at one stage coming out of turn number 1, which is very dangerous. I think he did have a good race start on those hards. Oh, Miller having big contact there with Cool Boy as well. Going side by side. Hopefully they don't get any more of a couple. But yeah, Cool Boy kind of just come across on Plevs by the looks, and got spun around, of course, and then yeah, it took Miller with him as well.
That is unfortunate, but it's a long race. There's plenty of time to get it back, and they're still fighting away as Spicy's right on the back of Prezzo, having a little look, and so is the Mercedes of Banana Cake Pie just behind these guys. I think Prezzo is going to be hard-pressed to defend this. Luckily, he's fairly close to the car in front of Ford, sets the fastest lap, and he's just got past, somehow missed that. He's got past BP. When did that happen? And Ford's retaken the lead, which is unsurprising on that medium tyre, but I think BP is going to be hot on the back of him, and I think I've got a timing glitch here because Plez is coming up on top. We'll ignore that forward now. I think Ferrari Pro is also going to be looking at BP as his car gone round. It's the McLaren of Prezzo, I think, or is that Miller? And Ferrari Pro almost runs into the back of BP. Such is the grip difference. Whoa! Getting a little bit sideways is Broke Vegan in the background there. And the AlphaTauris, nice start from those guys. P4 and P5 for them. Hold on to that, boys. Ferrari Pro looking down the inside of BP. Can he hold on to this? BP's going to have the inside for turn 10 now. It's going to make it difficult. I think Ferrari Pro is going to have to back out of this one. No, almost into the back of him. But yeah, not much place to overtake through here. He's going to have to worry about the exit and the not DRS yet. Obviously, a couple of laps before that gets enabled. And yeah, BP holding on to that P2.
Yeah, Cool Boy having another spin as Miller and him have a bit of a kerfuffle as well. And yeah, Cool Boy coming out way worse shape there by the looks.
And that's Prezzo getting past Honest Crook there. Honest Crook going a little bit deep into turn 11, and Prezzo takes advantage of that and swoops up the inside. And yeah, a bit of a hectic start. Ford is already pulling that gap. I think BP is holding Ferrari Pro. This is a Ferrari gone round of FE1, I think, there around that infamous turn 12-13 section. Very easy to lose a car. And there's also a car that's gone around at turn 11. What's happening here? And that's Cool Boy having a nightmare of a start. But Ferrari Pro, yeah, he's just struggling with that to get past. I think once the DRS goes online, it'll be a bit easier. But those guys are using up a lot of their battery to hold on to the positions at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Ghost Rider seems to be ghosting at the moment, so name seems to be working pretty well out there at the moment. I'm wondering if he's disconnected or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but BP is just hanging on to that 1 second gap. He cannot let Ford get away here, otherwise yeah, he's just going to make his race more difficult. There's the Alfa Romeo right on the back of Kickback Kiwi there.
Oh, Banana Cake Pie having a big spin as well there. Same spot where Lane had the spin, but yeah, seems to be able to keep that out of the wall and is still running.
It's easy to get beached on some of these curbs as well. I think that outside curb of turn 7 is pretty dangerous there. Those very aggressive curbs, running slightly too low a ride height.
Oh my, look at this, 4 wide at the moment here. Ghost Rider, Jedley. That sorted itself out real quick, everyone just backing out, but still, Jedley and Honest Crook looking like they're going side by side. Oh, that was 4 wide for a good second there on that that straight there.
That's kind of with that ghosting there, Ghost Rider. I think that's really putting off some of these guys and just trying to avoid it, but yeah, tricky stuff there. I think he's going to sail past these Jedley here, because I think if that is AI, it's going to surrender that position for them picking in another fastest lap there. Ferrari Pro still on the back, and yeah, gently getting past Ghost Rider for you. Who's that that's gone around there? Is that Vision? Vision's having a bad start to this race. He was up there in P3 and now all the way down in P18. Long way to go, obviously, but not the way you would want this race to start.
Yeah, Ferrari Pro and BP V8 going side by side there into turn 1, but had a bit of a tangle, and Ferrari Pro lost out another position there to Broke Vegan.
Yeah, now the AlphaTauri is also getting hungry behind him. BP doing a good job of defending there. He wants these guys probably just to fight now amongst themselves, just allowing him to break loose, because the more he defends, the more time he loses to Ford, really. Okay, apparently Ghost Rider is out. Apparently he keeps crashing, and he's got his AI that has taken over his over for him, so he can effectively be written before this race.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there. This game is having a lot of issues at the moment, unfortunately, but oh well, we move on, and there's still plenty of action going on at the circuit here.
Yeah, now it looks like it's Broke Vegan's turn to try and assault BP. Can he do a better job of getting past him than Ferrari Pro? And how long will the guys behind him allow him to go for that opportunity? Because they should probably try focusing on getting this guy getting past BP, because that hard tyre is still probably a little bit slower than the medium, but it won't be long until that turns around as the bonus starts to kick in. There goes Broke Vegan on the move. He's already made it past BP, using up that battery, and yep, BP surrenders that position. What about Ferrari Pro? Has a little bit of a sniff down the inside, but no, not close enough to make the move this lap. And Keepo Kiwi is also coming to the back of this large group here now. It's all for P2, really.
Yeah, that pack very, very close at the moment. Obviously, we've got two pretty large DRS trains at the moment of that first pack, and then a later pack that starts with Banana Cake Pie.
Indeed, yeah, it does, and that goes all the way down to lane there, so P14. The rest of the guys having issues on the start and being pushed back, but this is very close here. Once again, Ferrari Pro right on the back of BP. Down into turn 10, can't make any use, and Constantina there catching the Alpha Tauri out a little bit, and Prince is having a little sniff at him, and just a little bit offline was Chip there, but I think he's held on to that place, recovered that very nicely. Yeah, Ferrari Pro still stuck behind BP. Let's take a look at this one. Hold on to that, boys. Ferrari Pro looking down the inside of BP. Can he hold on to this? BP's going to have the inside for turn 10 now. It's going to make it difficult. I think Ferrari Pro's going to have to back out of. Yeah, so that was the attempt before.
Oh, what's happened here? We got a safety car, or is it VSC? I can't tell. The whole track is obviously lit up.
That was from Boy, who was slow moving. Yeah, he's missing a front wing. Gone around, looked like up at turn 4, that area. Slow moving car there, and I think that's triggered a VSC. Don't think we'll be seeing any pit stops this early into the race. It doesn't really make sense. My timing is which with pipes at this time is a bit irritating, but yeah. What can Broke Vegan do now? Catch up a little bit to Ford? I mean, you know Ford's pretty strong. Yeah,
I can't tell if we do have a VSC or not. Like, the whole track's lit up, obviously, but the drivers don't seem to be slowing down at all.
And that's a Ferrari retiring in the pit lane. Pit and quit, I believe, which we frown upon in this series. We don't like pit and quittings. No siree. Even if you're far behind, anything can change with a safety car. Cool boy, hang in there. We're rooting for you. I'm sure you'll make it back in. And yeah, it looks like that VSC is over now. It's just the yellow flag in sector 3. They can go racing again. Race neutralised partially. Hopefully that was actually what happened. And yeah, one DNF of Ethiman, and off they go again.
Oh, Ferrari Pro having a bit of a spin there as well, getting on the power just a little bit too early. That is not what he wants at all. He was sitting in such a good position, and all of a sudden he's well and truly off that front pack.
Really careful here. Banana Cake's come right upon him with great speed. He's gone wide. I think he's conceding that position. Banana Cake, of course, on that soft tyre. He'll still be nice and strong, and he's giving him a bit. I think he lifted then to make sure he was behind on the DRS. But Ferrari Pro was having none of it, broke early, and through he goes. So I think Ferrari Pro will have the DRS here, I believe, if he timed that right. Yes, he will. Bit of a sneaky maneuver from Ferrari. Late move from Banana Cake there defending, but and gives him the right squeeze. Does for Banana Cake, moves outside at the last minute, opening up the corner, but Ferrari Pro is through, and also oh, Banana Cake's running over that curb and survives that, but luckily for him, and he's going to look at it's still not over, side to side into turn 4. Banana Cake sails past with the DRS. Ferrari Pro's got the inside, and they're still going side by side, and yeah, just keeps his nose in, does Banana Cake, and a surely Ferrari Pro, nope, side by side, still he's going to relinquish the position here, but he's still hooking it round the outside. Look at these guys go, some great racing, as in the back comes Prezzo, in opportunistic move, oh, he gets a bit of a tank slapper, and now Ferrari Pro's got to watch from the back with Prezzo, and I think that's done now.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice little squeeze there from Banana Cake Pie, putting Prezzo onto that curb. Then he almost lost it, managed to save it though. But yeah, that move was complete from Banana Cake Pie and Prezzo. Hang on, what's gone on here? Ford's around. Oh no, Ford.
Got a mare coming through. It's on that terrible 12th corner. I think he's gone round, just like we saw Honest Crook do in qualifying. Yeah, that's cost him a whole bunch of positions, and guess what? That's made the race open now for everyone. This has certainly spiced things up. I think I was the fastest lap just to rub it in too. This could be anybody's race now to win.
Absolutely, I was going to say, there's our typical Ford one spin per race, I guess. Seemed to do that pretty often last season, but of course still had the crazy pace to make it back up and attempt for that win.
Yeah, and BP's looking, this Ferrari Pro picking up the first penalty of this race. BP now looking at Broke Vegan for the lead, is half a second within.
Banana Cake Ferrari Pro having another little battle again. There sorted itself out real quick there, but yeah, Ferrari Pro definitely still wants to try and get that position back off Banana Cake Pie as he looks around the outside here. It's pretty deep on those brakes, but Banana Cake Pie managing to defend that position very, very well there.
Some great aggressive driving from these guys. Love to see it. And once again, Prezzo right on the back of these guys. He's ready to pounce at any opportunity. If these guys go offline, make a mistake or anything, he's going to be right there to pick up the pieces. Cool boy, my game crashed. That is really sad. Hopefully he can get back in, man, because we don't want to lose you. And yes, this fight's still going strong. And I wonder how Banana Cake's tyres are doing. Those soft tyres must be starting to get a little bit worn. These guys use their battery up as well. They've got not much left. Prezzo's got heaps behind, so he's ready to pounce on these guys at any moment. And also at the front here, we've got BP, and I think Broke Vegan just lost the position there for the lead as we see a car spinning of it's a McLaren of Miller, unfortunately, also having a bit of a shocking race.
Yeah, look at this, almost 3 wide here, big tap there from Ferrari Pro on, who was it, on Banana Cake Pie, but Prezzo managing to get that position. Ferrari Pro looking around the outside here, does have the DRS and the slipstream of Banana Cake Pie, but doesn't have the ERS to use as Prezzo uses his ERS, brakes super late there, goes very, very deep, and Prezzo will get that position.
Wonderful racing there once again, these guys, great wheel-to-wheel racing, it's all over that curve. Prezzo's made a mistake, that's allowed Ferrari Pro to dive straight back in there and attempt to retake, but Prezzo's got the inside here. He's going to cut across to the outside of the track, which now becomes the inside, but he's ahead anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is allowing Banana Cake to pull away a little bit, get a little bit of breathing space from these guys, but this battle does not look like it's going to end, and yeah, BP taking the lead off Broke Vegan, but I think Broke Vegan's going to fight that a little bit. He's right behind him. But yeah, that's the one thing. Prezzo has got plenty of energy to use, whereas Ferrari Pro's got nothing in the tank, so he does have that advantage as long as he can stand the DRS of Banana Cake Pie here.
Yeah, definitely. Surely, all big lock up from BP V8 going into the final corner. Still managing to keep the position at the moment, but Broke Vegan does have DRS and plenty of ERS to use. Is he going to attempt a move here? He is gaining. He's going to look here in the inside. BP V8 not moving for any defensive move late on the brakes. It's taken very, very well by the both of them by the look. Still side by side with BP V8 having the inside here. Now Broke Vegan's got the inside, but BP V8's going to have DRS here. Retakes that position very, very easily. Is Prince going to be able to catch up? No, he won't be able to catch up and attempt to move on Broke Vegan there, unfortunately.
I don't know which huge battle to watch then. They're both as exciting as each other, and plenty of on-track action happening here. BP retaking that lead once again, and yeah, it's just helping out the guys behind, isn't it? It's, in fact, it's really helping out Ford as well to get back into the battle, as he's caught back up to the pack now, so that spin didn't end up being too costly for him.
Yeah, Lane going very deep as well, and losing out of position there to Honest Crook, and now Jedley is harassing the rear end of him, and I presume he's going to try and attempt an overtake. Oh, he tags the rear end there a little bit, and yeah, Lane obviously having a slight kick out, but seems Jedley backed out and made sure that he kept that position there.
Yeah, it's a shame, cool boy. Sad to see you go. Hopefully next time.
Here we go, Vision on Jedley as well, going to go up the inside here. Vision, very quick driver, we saw him in qualifying, and makes that move very, very easily. Now he's going to hunt down Lane and hopefully close that gap as soon as possible.
But, I had a couple of replays saved up I was waiting to show, but we keep getting too much on-track action as Broke Vegan there, making another move for the lead, sails past BP, and BP not really choosing to fight that too much. I think he's just bide his time a little bit, recharge a bit of the battery, and yeah, it's very easy to just use up that battery. It's a long race. We're only not even a quarter of the way through the race, and yeah.
Yeah, definitely. BP not managing to get that position back. We also, Bags having a little bit of a tank slapper there, but managing to catch it very, very nicely. But so yeah, we did see Ford get past Plebs there as well, slowly making his way back up the grid, and now he's harassing the back of Spicy there.
My timing column keeps glitching out with Plebs ahead, which is quite distracting. But struggle with the traction for Prince. The tyres are starting to get a little bit worse for wear. It's quite a tough one tyre wear this track, especially with these long sweeping corners, very easy to break traction, and we've already seen that happen to quite a few people, especially around this corner in particular. So yeah, this fight for the top positions here. P1 down to P7, going strong, and then you've got Bags come to a P8. Banana Cake leading the next group, which is Prezzo and Ferrari.
Yeah, here we go. Ford going to make this move on Spicy as he goes to the inside, uses whatever ERS he has left, and is well and truly ahead at the moment, and does get that move done before turn 1.
Yep, damage recovery here for Ford, and I'm sure it won't take him too long to pick up the pace, especially with those guys fighting. Probably being a little bit slow. So we see Prezzo also having a look once again at Banana Cake. Can't make a switch back there. Banana Cake places his car extremely well through the first couple of corners. Goes defensive down to 4, very close there. Can Prezzo make him around the outside? He's trying, he's certainly trying. Give him a little bit of squeeze, but there's Ferrari Pro in the background, having a mare coming out of that corner. Loses quite a bit of time, but keeps it out of the wall, importantly. And yeah, Prezzo not managing to make the move there. Some excellent defensive driving from Banana Cake Pie we're seeing today.
Yeah, absolutely. Banana Cake Pie always has been a bit of a defensive master, and yeah, I mean, he's doing extremely well again tonight, and just not letting anyone past on those worn softs.
Yeah, being a real limited track, we are seeing quite a few people start to struggle on the traction as those beams start to go away a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of the soft runners slowly start thinking about pit stop at this stage. Now might be a good time to see what past this the move. This is how this all started between Banana Cake and Ferrari Pro as they were fighting, and then that's when Prezzo dives in there, opportunistic move, and a bit of a tank slap, unfortunately for him, not managing to hold on to that. But yeah, this is where it all started. These guys all caught up together, and we see once again these guys back to real time, fighting away. This is the yellow flag in sector 1. What have I missed?
Kickback Kiwi having a moment there, unfortunately. And yeah, no real incidents or anything there, so come out pretty clean.
But once again, very late on the brakes into turn 4. Around the outside. outside. Perez has a moment again on the traction, and it's allowed for iPro just to get the edge in a little bit more. See pit lane speeding for Miller, and he's DNF'd in the pit lane. Oh, Miller, why you do this to us?
Ah, big sad from Miller there.
Big sad.
Disappointed.
Yeah. Another one bites the dust.
Oh.
Unfortunately from a pit lane retirement, which we don't really like to see, but yeah. This battle's still going away though between these three. It's always the onus on one of them. And look at the Flyber really hustling. He's trying to go around the outside here. Wow, holds on to that. And yeah, I get the sense that Banana is starting to struggle a little bit on that tire.
Yeah, I've had that sense for the last, I don't know, what, 4 laps? But yeah, surely we see Ferrari Pro finally get this move done here on Banana Cake Pie with this straight. Yeah, and Banana Cake Pie in the pits.
That's our first soft runner into the pit lane. One of the other guys will just change you to the tyre compounds. That's right. There we go. See, just Plebs is also on that soft tyre. Rest of the field on the hards and the mediums. Banana Cake on the fresh hards. Let's see what he can do. I would say that the undercut is quite powerful around here. Getting those tyres up to temperature earlier than the guys out, and yeah, can be very strong if you get it right. But it has also freed up Prezzo and Ferrari Pro a little bit now. Those guys, I feel like that battle was being caused by Banana Cake rather than
Yeah.
yeah, sort of the cork in the bottle a little bit for those two guys on that older soft tyre. This battle at the front here still going away. These guys whoop P1 down to P7, P6 I guess. Very close together. Nobody blinking yet. BP on that hard tyre. I reckon he's got the upper hand at this stage of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone just seeming to be sitting in that DRS train at the moment, keeping it pretty chill. Not too many moves as they've finally settled into this race.
Yeah, settle into a rhythm. Hey, Banana Cake Pie in the chat. Once again, Banana Cake Pie racing and talking in the chat at the same time. This guy.
Here we go, Jedley on Honest Crook here, as these two have had a good battle throughout this race, and yeah, Jedley making that move nice and easy on that DRS straight. And who knows, Honest Crook maybe going to have an attempt back here through this second DRS zone, but no, there's no way he's going to be able to attempt anything as he is way too far back there.
How are we, asked Banana Cake Pie?
How are you, Banana Cake Pie? That's what we should be asking. Oh, Jedley having a moment there. Honest Crook coming back through. They're gonna go side by side. You know, Jedley backs out as yeah, doesn't want to create an incident there.
Having fun? Yeah, we're always having fun here. It's always fun in the endurance. Lots of fun. I'm still I lost my voice a couple of weeks back, and I'm still recovering slowly. So I'm sort of trying to take it a little easy, just in case I make myself worse. Not really the best thing you want to lose when you're trying to do comms or anything like that, but yeah, it's the way it is. Drinking lots of tea, and Ford making his way up the order still. Back up to P4 now, just making that move on chip. And he's been using that battery, also like Ford, he's been using that battery a lot to make these overtakes, and it's just gonna hamper his progress a little bit. I don't think the recharge is too particularly great on this track.
Yeah, Plebs into the pits as well, and it might say that he's on pole there for you, but no, he isn't. He's sitting P10 at the moment.
Oh, I think he has completely desynced on mine because
yeah,
he's half.
Try pausing and then unpausing and see if that fixes it. Sometimes that works.
Nice.
Nope.
So he's in P10.
That's cool. He's come out of the pits now, and he is in P15.
Behind Jedley or in front?
Behind. I'll keep you updated. I'll update.
Yeah. Well, that's nice and confusing. We were having some PlayStation Network issues, which is why we were late today. And I think there's some internet issues still still happening throughout the session. Just taking Ferrari praise to school for fun. Yeah, we enjoyed that battle. It was some excellent racing. Very enjoyable to watch. Keep it up, keep it up. Hopefully that pace on your hard tyre, you can make good inroads on the rest of the pack now in some clean air. We'll be following your progress. Oh, sure.
Yeah, you got to get a good undercut here, Banana. Come on. Drive some good laps here. Don't fin it. I'll put a gas pedal down.
For a second then, he's going defensive very early. Look at the overspeed that BB has, but just a little bit too late, I think. And out of nowhere, I didn't even see that one coming. Prince, out of nowhere, down the inside. He was actually defending more than going for the move, and Prince has snuck up the inside, and somehow BB got a better run out of that corner. Retaken, held on to that position all the while. This is allowing Ford to catch up.
Absolutely, Ford back up in 4th place here. Having an absolute beautiful recovery. Hopefully he can make his way back through that pack a little bit more.
Also use of curb there, seemed to unsettle the car quite a lot, but not enough for him to lose control. But yeah, those tricky curves we've been seeing him taking a few of the boys out already. And why? Just as we what was I just saying?
Yeah, you were just saying, stay off the curbs. Didn't work well for him, did it?
His weekend even more difficult than it already was. I'm sure he'll catch up.
Yeah, I was going to say, he must be feeling the race is going to be too easy for him. Too easy of a win, he's just making it harder for himself.
Well, again, that makes it easier for these boys in the front here to score some good points, especially those AlphaTauri boys. Look at them go.
Oh yeah, they're doing extremely well at the moment. As of course, BPV8 still sitting in P2 and still a bit off of Broken V in there, so not going to be able to make another move here either.
Yeah, I wonder if I caught that. Clip from Ford. Yeah, coming down the hill now. What did he do here? Yeah, on the curb. On the curb, just as I said, curb, braking, maybe too much. Gets him turned around, gets going quickly, but yeah, unfortunate for him. Those curbs, especially on the long tyres now, just, yeah, a little bit dangerous. And you can see that Prince there just completely avoiding. Probably the safest strategy.
Yeah, Plev's finally caught up with his fresh mediums there and making some nice little moves on Honest Crook and Jedley as they are still side by side, but yeah, Honest Crook relinquishing that position as Plev's just put his car in the best position for that spot.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that my Plevs is in a fake P1 on his own in the middle of the circuit. And who's that that's gone around there?
Honest Crook is around. Having a Spinella on, of course, same spot that we've been multiple times already.
Yes, I think those medium tyres are starting to get a little bit worn at this stage. I mean, you'd still expect them to be going for maybe another 10 laps, just under that, something, I'd say, roughly. About 25. So they've still got a bit of life in them, but they'll be definitely getting into the used part of the rubber, and this Prince is very late on the brakes, very deep into that corner, right at the back of EP, and off he goes up the hill. A little bit of a gap starting to open between the top three and Chip there. 1.5 seconds is out of the DRS zone, and just make it a little bit more difficult for them to hold on to that front pack.
Yep, definitely. Just excuse me for a second, please.
I'll excuse you for a second.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just going to make just a little bit difficult for them to stay in touch, especially if they start fighting into each other. I don't want to do that. I want to try and close that gap back down, get within the DRS, and stay in touch with this group. Yeah, just for that contention, for that podium position. It's a long way to go, obviously. Halfway yet, so yeah, definitely still all to play for these top guys running in, I would say as well. Definitely still for Ford. He does have bags breathing down his neck currently. After those couple of spins, his tyres probably aren't going to be shaking up too hot, so just keep an behind that. It's just closing the gap as Bags through that middle sector. Forward zone going defensive. Bags getting a really good launch. His tyres is moving down the straight. That's very strange. Losing a lot of time. I wonder what happened there. He's got any kind of damage. He's coming into the pit line by the looks of it. Early stop for Ford there. I would imagine that's because of the damage that he's done to his tyres by spinning. Maybe overcooking them. How's the stop going to be for him? It'll be okay. Steady stop and onto the hard tyre goes forward. The first of the medium runners to pit. And we'll just keep an eye on his. As who's gone around there? Who's gone? Is that Lane or Bags?
Bags. No, having a spin there out of turn 2. Of course.
Yeah, I think the tyres, those medium guys, are definitely starting to struggle there. As Lane is looking for a move on Prezzo down the inside. Prezzo swoops around the outside and holds onto that position. A bit more speed around the outside there, which makes it easy to hold onto that position. Lane's right on the back of him though. Got a bit more pace as Lane Prezzo's being hit by a bit of the bit more tyre wear. He's up his tyres a bit more. Seems to be varying degrees currently. Some guys not struggling so much, other guys struggling with their tyres.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more cars pull into the pits now, though, as yeah, they've taken these tyres, what, 20 laps at the moment.
I still think it's a little bit early for the hard tyre.
Well, we will have to see, as nobody seems to pit.
Yeah, still going those. I think the longer they can hold them, I mean, as well with BP, they want to hold him up as well, so if he got in front and gets away, then they're going to be in big trouble. But the longer they can keep BP in this pack, as we say that, he's close right up to Broke Began. Broke Began getting a good launch out of that turn 3. And strong, no, Bags picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding. Not ideal for him. A lot of stuff can be decided penalties, especially if you have that late safety car we mentioned earlier. And so you definitely don't want to be picking up penalties in this race.
Yeah, I think we are at the pit window here, as you would normally pit at lap 10. The pit window will be lap 10 to 13 on 50% race, so since this is 100%, you'd presume it'd be lap 21, lap 20 to probably like 26.
Well, after that spin, Bags is coming into the pit lane, throwing off those old mediums onto the hard tyre 2. He's come out just behind Banana Cake Pie, so Banana's done some good work on that hard tyre. He's 7 laps into his stint. Yeah, the undercut, just putting him in a slightly better position, getting on that hard tyre, being in clean air, nobody getting in the way, putting in some good lap times, and that is that Spicy that's gone around? That's
no, it's Spicy. It's Spicy.
Yeah. That's sort of knocked him out of that top group now. There were 8 of them, and now there are only 4 in that top group here. And they're going for the move. Is BP on the inside, Broke Vegan on the outside. BP has that better line, swoops around. Yeah, just comes out just ahead of Broke Vegan. Change for the lead there now. They've got to be careful if they do not want to let BP get away at this stage of the race. It is going to play into his hands and really hurt that race at this stage.
Yeah, absolutely, and Spicy also coming into the pits there after his spin and putting on the hard tyres.
Ferrari Pro 2 also on that hard tyre. So, yeah, definitely starting to see a few more boys as that pit window is now open. But BP has got ahead of this pack, and he instantly, well, I think he'd prefer to break away here because he's just helping the boys behind if they stay within the DRS. So it will be quite crucial at this point for him to break away and leave them, because that will be just time gained for him and time lost for those guys.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah. I don't know, there's not much going on at the moment. The gap's opening up. At least pit windows are opened up now, so we should see a lot more drivers starting to pit very, very shortly.
Yeah, I don't know what they've done in this game. They've, I mean, I enjoy what they've done with the difficulty of time management at the minute with the temperatures. Like, if you take them out of the temperature window, then you really struggle with grip and with wear, which I think is great because that adds in that element of skill and strategy. But what they, on the other side of that, I think they've really messed up the strategies, and it's pretty much just always a go stop now on the slower compounds, which is quite sad. To sort of remove that extra bit of excitement that we could have had from the race.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I was going to say, we're settling in here. Looks like Plev's going to make a move here on lane as they are going to go side by side here into turn 1. Plev's got the inside, and yeah, Lane just kind of backing out there and giving him that position there.
I wish I could see that on my screen.
Yeah.
Currently, I think that's that's BP behind Plevs. I wonder if that's fair or just me.
Oh,
Plevs just what just happened then? Plevs I don't know what's going on anymore.
your Plevs is AI, I guess. So yeah, pulling out of the bay is his blue flag. Well, he's not blue flag, is he? This is very interesting, isn't it?
Something has gone drastically wrong with Line, but well, I was just about to say, I wonder if it's for everyone else as well, or I'm the one that's out of sync out of you guys.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Everything else is fine. It's just him.
Why did the car just go straight on like that? Pull up that? It's weird.
That would be inherent of an AI mistake, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's weird. Prince pitting as well.
Yeah. Now, this is going to be crucial now. He's going to be going for the undercut here, getting onto that hard tyre, and this outlap I think is going to be pretty crucial for him. He's going to be trying to jump those guys. And doesn't want to come out in traffic. He's come out in a really good spot there, in between the group in front and the group behind. Prezzo, Lane, Kickbutt and Vision in the front. And yeah, this is going to be good for him. Trying to set some quick times now in the clean airs. You see forward setting the fastest lap. That hard tie now starting to come into play. This phase of the race gets him past Jedley pretty easily down into turn 1 with the DRS. And a couple more battles shaping up here. Vision right back to Kiwi. Jedley behind Ford, and then that front battle as well. But Chip has dropped off the front pack.
Yeah, Plev's also made a move there on Prezzo into turn 1, and he's now right on the back of Prince. Is he going to be able to make a move as Prince's tyres won't be warmed up fully just yet? But yes, Plev's sitting P7 at the moment. No, he is not. Wherever he is on your screen, he is P7. P4, no, he is not. He is currently P7, just behind Prince, going to try and look for a move.
So it'll be interesting to see if
Prince... He almost goes into the back of him as well. Nips the rear of him, and yeah, that could have been very
interesting of mine to see if Prince defends, because if he doesn't defend, then I don't think everybody else is seeing this. Right?
Maybe I'm the one that's off.
I'm very interested to see what you tell me.
Yeah, well, he's way back now. He's fallen back. Well, he's 5/10 back now. Kick part. Vision having a go here into turn 1 as yes, Vision gets that move very easily off of kick butt.
DRS move there, and yeah, Plevs is really stuck at my timing now. This is pretty cool, but I can't remember what I was going to say. Mind blank. Oh well. What's gone? Someone's gone round. Is that Lane? I think that's Lane has gone round on the exit of turn 3. Stay out of the wall, Lane on the gravel, on the grass. He's got a clear track now, can get going, and he's on that old medium tyre. It's going to be very tricky on those medium tyres, and also Vegan has just dropped off the back of BP now, out of that 1 second gap, and I would not be surprised if he's going to come into the pits pretty soon, because otherwise Prince on that hard tyre potentially could be doing some solid undercut here in the clean air.
Yeah, absolutely. The grid actually being relatively split up at the moment, unfortunately, making the racing just a little bit not as fun for us, unfortunately.
It's now for Tauri in the pits as Brogue Vegan coming in. This is going to be crucial now. Where has Prince done enough on his? He's had a couple of laps actually on the hard tyre, so should definitely be up to temperature. Has he done enough, Prince? And how has Vegan's pace been on his in lap here? Just sort of glitched a little bit there. I'm sort of keeping an eye on the radar and keeping an eye on this little fight developing now. 4P12 behind lane, two cars in a Red Bull sandwich, and it looks like that I think Prince has not done enough. No, Broke Vegan stays ahead. Good job from him on that medium tyre, so that hasn't worked out at all for Prince. Although Broke is going to be on the cold tyre, it's going to take a little while to warm up, so he needs to strike now, this Prince. He needs to go. Otherwise he's going to lose this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single corner that tyre is just going to be getting a little bit warmer. Is he going to attempt to move around the outside here? He looks for it, but Broke Vegan placing his car very nice. Gets a nice switch back here, and of course is on the outside here, coming into a very tricky corner. Turn number 9. Got to get that car rotated. He does. They're still side by side, and I believe Prince is going to have DRS. No, he isn't. It is, of course, Broke Vegan who has DRS, and Plebs is also just right behind them. And obviously, you guys can't see that side of it, but Prince managing to hold that position, and Plebs on the inside here of Broke Vegan, as I presume Broke Vegan might be off of the racing line just a little bit.
Is Broke Vegan driving as if Plebs is there?
On my screen he was for one of those corners, but not anymore. And I think there's a spin as well. One of the Red Bulls.
Lane on the hard tyres just come out on the cold tyre. But yeah, see, you don't need to necessarily overtake them on the undercut, but if you get close enough, it's just so hard on that cold hard tyre to get.
Oh, who's that? Chips just come out of the pits as well, right side by side as well, as Plebs goes up the inside there. Do we see any sort of Plebs moto there? But yes, Broke Vegan and Chip, the teammates, side by side still here. Is Broke Vegan going to make a move around the outside here? Goes pretty late, sweeps around the outside with that extra speed and gets that move done off of Chip.
Yeah, and Ford is right in the background there of the camera angle. He's just 1 second off. These guys can't afford to fight. Chip could be in a bit of trouble here on the cold. And yeah, undercut. Again, it's not about the track position, I think, as much with the undercut. It's just the fact that when you come out, you're on that cold tyre compared to the person who's performed the undercut, and they got a nice tyre up to temperature, and they can race, and you just cannot. And that's what we just saw there with Prince getting past Broke Vegan there. Saw some movement in the background, but yeah, Ford's back in play here.
Yeah, absolutely. Ford finally catching back up after a little bit, but hopefully he can hang on to it this time around. Sorry, excuse me.
Let's take a look at that. That's some great Kramer shots there. Over. Oh no, cut off most of it. That's a disappointment. Big disappointment there. Yeah, just got around the outside. Prince holding on, even though Vegan had the DRS, he just swoops around the outside and gets the move done.
Yeah, I was going to say, if only you could have seen Plebs there as well, as he just added an extra layer there. Still can't tell if Plebs is actually there or not.
Well, I haven't seen the other cars moving as if he's there. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see if there's any messages from these guys. No news in the chat, but yeah, Ford back in play.
Come on, Ford, let's go.
Back to see the young chip. I think he's still struggling a little bit with that tyre wall because he's dropped a whole second on his teammate. Prince there has pulled a nice gap 2 on Broke Vegan of a second. So that got working extremely well for the Aston Martin driver. Not so much for Ferrari Pro. He's had a few 1 or 2 mistakes. They're not an ideal race for him, but they should still be on for a decent finish, these two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I know a good little tricky that we could figure out whether Plebs is there or not. Let's hop on board with Broke Vegan. Does he get DRS on this straight? Because in your camera, there's no way in hell he'd get DRS. He's too far away from Prince.
No, but he's got Plebs. He's pushing Plebs on my camera.
Oh, he's pushing Plebs as well. Oh man, that's not what it looks like at all.
He got DRS because he's pushing. He's literally.
Well, he's not going around.
I don't think that's right. He's pushed him out of the way. There's something seriously not right.
Beautiful move there from Broke Vegan. Look at that.
This game is a joke.
Oh yeah. Anywho,
Sorry, Cody's, but it's just
it's a York.
yeah. Onwards anyways.
Who's that? Fuck.
Ferrari. Oh no, there's another Ferrari going around. Not been a great weekend Ferrari at all.
This car's coming up as well with Banana Cake Pie going up the inside here. Is he going to be able to get that move? Yes, Banana Cake Pie does. And Kickbutt Kiwi is getting now harassed by Bags just behind. I'm presuming that Kickbutt's tyres might be just a little hot, so he's going to have to go a little careful. Bags looking for this move on the outside here. Late braking, but Kickbutt brakes pretty late as well, managing to hold that position at the moment. Is Bags going to have a look up the inside here as well? No, he decides to sit in behind and get that DRS.
Yeah, Kickbutt just came out of the pit lane, so his tyres would have been very cold. That was the reason for that mistake. And he's not going to make it easy for Bags. They're going side by side through this section. And, outside becomes the inside, just ahead is Bags, and Kickbutt has to concede that position there.
Yeah, that was extremely close there as they slotted in, but it seemed to work out very, very nicely. And yeah, Kickbutt unfortunately losing out 2 positions there after his pit stop due to a spin on the cold hards.
Yeah, he's got no battery though to try and contest this. A lot of the DRS, of course, but I don't think his 6% is going to do much good down the straight here. Staying steady about 6 tenths behind. He catches a little bit, but Bags though does not have the DRS from Banana Cake in front, so might not be all over yet. We'll just follow along with this just for a little bit longer and see how this pans out. That Ferrari just having a little sneaky look at Bags, not going to be close enough into turn 4, and away they go.
Yeah, absolutely. Field now spread out again, but what are we going to do here for pit stops? Look at Plebs. Plebs, although he isn't on your screen. Hang on, we got a good side by side. Oh, that's a replay.
He's like, what's happening here? No.
I was like, wait, there's action? I don't see that. Plebs on 14 lap old mediums, started on those softs as well. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it to the end at all.
See, what's bizarre though is that he's pitted at the same time for you and me, and
Yeah.
he did say he was in the pits on mine when he was in the pits on yours, but he was on the opposite side of the track, so something's not right. And I don't know how to fix it.
Something's not right here, of course.
That's what we've got here. We've got Lane right on the back of the Ghost Riders. Ghosted anyway, so not too particularly exciting. That one, he'll have that one pretty easily done. But this little group could be interesting here. Bags is caught up to Banana Cake now. Half a second. Got DRS. And can Banana Cake do some more of his amazing defense here? These guys behind him, they're on a much fresher tyre. And so of course they'll be going to end on that tyre. Not sure about Banana Cake, how his tyres will be at all this race. Maybe he's banking on that late safety.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's going for, but I reckon he can go to the end, but they're going to be dead. They're going to be so dead.
Toast. I'd love to see that tyre wear graphic come up at some point to show us how much percentage the tyres on Bags going a little bit wide there down into that turn 8 hairpin. But gets a good strong exit. He's going to have much better traction on those fresher tyres as that Rogue Plebs in front of this group. So this will be interesting actually, see if Banana Cake gets DRS online. He didn't. So that Plebs is fake online.
I think we included that earlier when he was getting pushed. Who's that in the pits? Ghost Rider, the AI. Let's go.
A little bit of a rear movement coming around that section there for Bags. Showing he's pushing lanes going around again in that Red Bull. He is having a nightmare of a race on this track. Not great for him. All manner of hell is breaking loose on my screen here with ghosting the fake Rogue Plebs. Hopefully once they get through this and get back to normal. Bags is going to be looking at Banana Cake here. He's got the DRS, tucks in. Banana Cake not really defending now. I'm surprised he didn't go to the inside earlier. It's allowed Bags to grab the inside. Bananacake's going to make this try around the outside, and he's held on to that. Great drive around the outside for Bananacake there. Thinking a couple of steps ahead, and he's all the way down the straight too. So, yeah, great job once again from him there.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, we did see Bags have that little moment as well. And that's why he fell back so far. But it means Kickback Kiwi is also very, very close to Bags.
Three-way battle. Spicing things up. There's also Spicy sitting behind Ferrari Pro at the minute 2. Keep half an eye on that. Is just coming around the final part of the lap. Just, yeah, keep half an eye on that. But Bags again sizing up on Bananacake. Once again, Bananacake choosing the defensive this time. Not close enough to make move there. I think he's going to want to make move down there anyway. I think we'll wait to the main straight. Yeah, with that 2 DRS zones down there, it's a much better place to go for the overtake. If I was him, that's where I'd do it. Anyway.
We did see Ford fit the fastest lap there as well. Hopefully being able to catch up to Broke Vegan as he is 2.3 seconds away from him at the moment.
Yeah, he's just pumping in those fastest laps, isn't he? Wow, Bags choosing to go around the outside this time. He decided inside was no good last time and didn't get it. He's going to try the Bananacake special round the outside of turn 1. It doesn't work for him though. Only Bananacake can apparently do the Bananacake special.
That's probably why it's called the Bananacake special.
Oh! Oh, there's a bit of movement there. Switching positions. Bags from the outside to the inside. And ran Bananacake a little bit wide. I kind of feel like he maybe conceded that position there after doing that. And yeah, this is getting into a bit of a fiery battle here. BP sets the fastest lap on 33 old hard tyres. He's still got pace on this.
I was going to say, we're going to see classical BP Ford trading fastest laps.
Yeah. Don't forget, BP still has to pit, but he'll be pitting onto the quicker medium tyre.
He's got 26-second gap.
It's going to be pretty damn strong for that P1 on the set. You have to put your money on BP at this current stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's take a quick look at this replay before here. This is the overtake here. Bags choosing this time to go around the outside because that's what Bananacake did to him on the previous lap, and just doesn't see. I think he gets on that curb there and gets stuck a little bit and just backs out. Now they're coming down to the straight once again. What will Bags do this time? Inside or outside? What's the choice? Bananacake's already backed out of it. He's going to wait, I think, backed out of that one. Bananacake was already recharging his battery late. It's gone around. Shit! Wait a little bit longer this time. Bananacake goes defensive. Can Bags hold it around the outside? No, he switches back to the inside. He's gone round. He's gone round.
That is so unfortunate. So easy to do there as your fake plebs coming flying through. But yeah, very easy to do there. Oh, another spin as well for Prezzo by the looks there in the same spot. That is, yes. But yeah, very easy to do. There is a bump there on that inside, and when you're cutting back, you have to be extremely careful on that power. Obviously, Bags wasn't careful enough.
Yeah, I mean, we're over. Easy, says we are over halfway, and also we're over a 50% race distance now as well, so the guys are probably not used to this. They're making a few more mistakes, getting a little bit tired at this stage potentially, and we'll see a few more mistakes creeping in. But yeah, he Bags waited that time, didn't he? He was like, no, I'm going to wait for the second DRS because he's not worked. He tried the inside, didn't work. Tried the outside, didn't work. Then changed it completely, backed off, and waited for the final one. And I did get that on the replay, but we'll just keep an eye on what's going on here. Keep not deciding which way he's going to go down into turn 1. He's going to now have to go to Bananacake by, and he also chooses to wait to this. I think he's been watching what Bags is doing. So I don't think he's going to be quite close enough to Bananacake. little bit of battle this time around, but he's got a bit more reserved as Kickbutt Kiwi to continue fighting this battle. Going back to this replay here, I was saying he's just waiting for that second DRS straight. Banana Cake goes defensive, Baz goes on the outside, but then performs a switcheroonie, but I think he just puts a bit too much steering lock on there and goes around. Didn't really get a great angle of that one.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him. Hopefully, he's able to get settled back in and, I don't know, maybe catch back up to him again.
Yeah, he's 6 seconds off. It's not too bad. Ford's been making a bit of work with that, catching it back up. So I'm sure Back's picked up a time penalty as well. That's not going to help at all. And is that BP into the pit lane? No, it's Jedley into the pit lane. He's on that 35 lap old hard tyre, changing over to the mediums. Both of those Haas boys starting with hard tyres. Alternate strategy for those guys, even if they were communicating that between the two. Yeah, where's this going to bring him out? Might bring him out right behind this group here. They've done enough to stay ahead, but of course on that medium tyre he's going to be a bit quicker and he's only a second behind them.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's Bags in the chat as well, with his sad face. Yes, sad.
We're keen to see that battle keep going, but yeah, I'm sure he'll catch up. I mean, he's already 6 seconds off the back of these guys, but I'm sure with Jedley catching up as well, this battle is only going to get more intense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, what else have we got going on here? I was going to look at... That's, I think, a lapped car. And that's why it's confusing me. So no, the front group just holding steady. BP just eking out that gap. I've noticed it just slowly increasing, which is only going to help him. I do wonder when he's going to switch over to. You'd think he'd easily be able to switch tyre now. Right?
Who's had a spin there? Oh. That is Banana. Banana, no! I jinxed him earlier, didn't I? Sorry, Banana. It's my fault. Shouldn't have jinxed you.
I don't believe in jinxes here, remember? No such thing as a jinx.
No such thing as commentator's curse.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Ah, back to the chat. He's I just caught that. Just lost it on the hill. What's happening here? It's Spin City at the moment. Oh no. Yeah, he's hasn't lost. He hasn't lost too much in the grander scheme of things. Just time, because he's got no one really behind him apart from Kickbutt, and he's well off. So he'll be able to pick that back up and keep going. And, yeah, that allows promotes vision up to P7. What's happening here? Banana Cake in the pits onto the medium tyre, so he did change there, and that's going to set him back a long way in this race, unfortunately for him. But never know, could get a late safety car. Still 18 runners in this race, which is pretty good. Only 2 guys out, and they were pit quiz, so we could have been running with full 20 still at this stage. So, yeah, shame on you, pit quiz.
I know, big sad, isn't it? But I like the little response from Bags there, easy in the chat, responding to Banana.
Banana Cake, yeah, a bit of rivalry.
Yeah. I want to see he's down another spin and another easy.
Ford on the back of Rogue Vegan. Oh, on that curve once again, Ford. What did we say about those curves? Dangerous curves. Having a bit of a moment there. But yeah, he's on a charge at the minute, saying fastest lap trading them with BP. I think he's still got a lot of work to do. If he wants a challenge for that win, because BP is going to whip him out ahead and on that fresh run. Medium, faster run, more importantly, faster.
Yeah, absolutely. He is so far ahead at the moment, is BP, and it looks like he is going to be getting a little bit of traffic as well. Like he's had to deal with a little bit of traffic, but when does he pit? That's the real question. I'm presuming he'd be almost looking at about lap 40 for a pit stop onto the mediums.
Well, you can do it now, can you? Sure.
Yeah, you could, but I think the mediums would be so dead at the end. I think Plebs' mediums are absolutely dead. He has to be. He's gonna have to be onto like softs or something.
Well, yeah, unless he's wanting to go to the softs. Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no real reason to do it either. It's kind of unnecessary. He's got a fresh set of mediums. I'm not sure if he's got a set of softs or not that are fresh. But
who's that?
Yeah.
Plebs and Broke Vegan having a bit of a battle there, as well as they are still side by side, and Plebs managing to hold down to that position in P3, but Broke Vegan going to be having another look here around the outside. Sorry viewers, you can't see this, try and explain it as best I can, but yes, there Broke Vegan not being able to get that position again there off the Plebs.
We're watching here, Kiwi and Jedley having a little bit of a tussle. Kiwi's got absolutely no energy and just struggling with catching on the straight. Of course, Jedley on that fast and medium tire, you'd expect him to pull away a little bit. But what else have we got here? Ford and Broke Vegan having a little fight as well. Ford's got the DRS. Running low on energy, and Broke Vegan just holds on to that position. A good run going up the hill this Ford there, but I think he's really patient and wait for. There's a bit of battery there going on. Did you see that? Bit of surprise. Banana Cake, fastest lap on the race, 1.5. Challenging, who's that? This one around Zaprezo and Ferrari?
Yes, he is ghosted.
Oh no. Is he ghosted, is it?
He's ghosted now, but you see him soon. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's still ghosted, so maybe DC'd or something.
Yeah, Ford just struggling with the straight line to get past Broke Vegan there, and with a lack of energy, can Broke Vegan hold on to it? Not quite. It's a bit sketchy going around that when it tightens up at turn 2, having the inside line there. I mean, Banana Cakes showed that he can do really well, but very tricky line through there. Ford up to P3, I believe.
P4.
Crazy graphics. P4.
He's in 4th. Plebs is just ahead of him.
Okay, sure.
And then we also did see a move from Vision making a move there on Ferrari Pro in that DRS straight, but Ferrari Pro still within that DRS zone, so maybe he'll be able to get that move back as well.
Ferrari Pro's not really having a great race, is he? From what we've seen of the guy. A few mistakes, sort of just seem to be going backwards a little bit as well, or I guess more specifically not moving forwards.
VP's pitted! He's in the pits. Of course on lap 40, well 41, guess. But yeah, right when I said, let's go.
I think he's still going to come out ahead though.
Yes, but I think it's going to be relatively close. Or not. He might come out way ahead while it's here actually.
Not even.
Oh, there's another spin there for Lane as well. But
also another big name having a bit of a shocker here. Ferrari Pro. Bound Vision getting lost in the game. These guys are just using the battery so much.
Lane's beached. He was beached there for a second. He had to reset the track, unfortunately. Yeah. So he's just pulling off to the side there, letting everybody through. Yeah. But yeah, got beached there.
Yeah, it can happen. What did I have here? I think it was this spin by Spice here, if you can cast your minds back. He lost it on the curb up turn 2, turn 3. Yeah, just a curb. Just avoid the curbs, guys. That seems to be the #1 killer this race.
That's just the issue though, isn't it? The curbs, you get so much more speed if you can actually use the curbs, and you use them the same lap in, lap out, and then all of a sudden they react a bit different one lap and you're in the wall.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean the ride height as well, you can set your ride height up, not that you might necessarily want to, due to straight line speed, but that ride height does help a lot on the curves. And as Lane just showed us, you can get beached as well if you ride height is high enough.
Yeah,
absolutely. I got beached the other day, didn't I? When you had to help me out.
Yeah, slammed you. Here we go. Are we going to see?
Can happen if you follow your dreams.
going to say, was they going to be moved from forward on Plebs, as they are actually really close together. Of course, it's not on your screen as this game is. Oh, Plebs is around! No! He did exactly what Spilly did, mate. He got up on that curve, bang, it hooked, and now he's around and he is falling down that order. He's all the way down in P6 now.
Well then.
Oh.
That's yeah, it's a shame. It's like we seem to be always drawn back to that curve talk, don't we?
Yeah. If you guys are watching, stay off the curbs.
And you have to know as well which ones. So certain ones are okay, certain ones are worse, and obviously the double serrated ones, the outside is often worse than the inside section. So yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah.
I can only see BD pulling away now. I think he's got it. As long as he keeps it clean and mistake free, I mean, doesn't really have that much pressure. Surely he's only 2 seconds on the road, but on that fast tire, I can't see the guys really making a dent on him.
You know what I do want to mention, Mr. Blackmoon?
Yes.
BPV8, do you see any weird marking next to his name, like that we would usually see?
Are you
That's right.
talking implying about penalties here?
Yeah, he's got no penalties at the moment. BPV8, that's right, BPV8, the guy who was picking up massive penalties every single race last season, has no penalties at the moment. He's doing extremely well.
Thanks for bringing that up. That is a very good point. Yeah, shout out to this guy. It's a bit of a skill/art to not picking up penalties, and it can really damage your race. And to be fair, there's not actually that many around the grid as well.
No, it's actually been a very, very clean race from everyone, and only 3 drivers with penalties.
You know, I do have to say, I think the game, when it comes to, I think they've toughened or changed the track limit penalties. Is that Prezzo?
Oh, yes, he's the only other McLaren. So, yes, Prezzo around again. And isn't ghosting anymore, so I presume he is back.
Yeah, they seem to have changed that because it's not black and white, I would say, with the track limits in the race. In qualifying, sure, yeah, it is. But you can run wide, and if you run wide in particular ways, I'm sure you can abuse it slightly if you're really smart. But yeah, it tends to be a bit more lenient, especially if you let off the throttle and you go off in certain places. It doesn't tend to. You can avoid penalties more easier on second race. I think that just makes it a bit more entertaining, a bit more easier. Maybe you could argue it's maybe too lax and it takes away a bit of that skill of staying perfectly on the track, but maybe it makes it more
I think it being a bit more lax is better, honestly, because you might go off the circuit, but come on, you're not gaining any time at most of the time when you go off, so you shouldn't get a warning or a penalty. I feel it's simple as that.
Yeah. I think that's the problem. I think with it being a computer program is that it doesn't know the difference between those times when you've gone off because you've made a mistake and you're losing time, and whereas you're trying to gain some time. And I just we've been really struggling to get power down coming up the hill there. You have to sort of keep an eye on those rear tyres around here. Rear limited once again. Traction. Take it a bit easy on those rear tyres and to cook them. And you might be struggling with some high temperatures too on those rears.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, he's pretty old out there. They're 24 laps old, but still, there is a driver with older tyres. Of course, Cool Boy on 36 laps, but he's not in the race, so he doesn't count. Plebs on those mediums, 28 laps old still, and hasn't pitted yet. How is he? Those tyres cannot last to the end. You're gonna get a puncture if you try and take them to the end. So, when's he going to pit? That's the big question, and that spin of his really costing him, as he's already lost time due to the spin and now going to lose time to a pit stop. As he does pit now.
Yeah. Those in the chat, what are your views on the track limits in this? What do you guys think about that? Because, yeah, I don't know. I think they should be strict as well, but not when not if you make a mistake and you go off. Because We have that problem in real life as well. Watching the, sometimes they're a bit not consistent with the track limits, and that kind of causes confusion and issues. Whereas I guess the good thing about the game is if it's 100% strict, it's consistently gonna be strict that way. You know what you're gonna get. Although, like you said, it is a bit unfair if you run wide and you don't gain time.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry again, mate. I'll be back in just a second.
No problem. Just watching this battle between Ford and Prince. Can't seem to really make any inroads. Ford. Maybe he's just biding. I was going to say maybe he's biding his time and biding his juice, but his battery is still super duper low, and Prince is on 8, so maybe that's what's holding Ford back. And then battery just never recharged from all of his time that he's had to spend fighting through the pack from his mistakes, trying to catch back up. He knows what about battery, and he's struggling to recharge. Prince looks in a pretty comfortable position at P2. Yeah, good race from him. Good solid race from him on his debut here at Endurance Series for the race back. Who else has had a good race? I said Rodrigo and Chip in the Alpha Tiger. Very solid race. They dropped off a little bit in these closing stages, but still up there. Still running a good race. Vision also his debut here. Solid race. He's had a couple of mistakes which have dropped him down from where he probably should have been, but P6 very solid for him.
Yeah, I did hear you mention who was it? It was Ford being super low, used it up and hasn't been able to gain it back. Yeah, that is something new about this game. Is around a lot of the circuits, it's really hard to recharge your ERS. You use it, you don't get much back, and yeah, that's one of the big things about this current game is managing your ERS even more than what we have been doing in the last games.
Yeah, well, there's no way of controlling it. The drivers probably do anything set to different maps, and more recharge and more usage, but there's no way for you to do that. You can only gain it back by braking and H. And so you end up being at a net loss, really, I guess, because the car will use the energy anyhow, and you'll use it more if you use the button, so there's no real recharge mode, which I think I enjoyed that a couple of iterations ago in the game when you could change the mapping a little bit. A bit like a bit of extra strategy.
Yeah, I quite liked it and everything. A little bit extra strategy, but I don't know. I don't absolutely hate the new the new model either. It's just simplifies it. You still have to manage it by just make sure that you use your overtake in certain spots, or even making a decision of staying behind someone and staying in their DRS just so you can get a bit more battery. Or yeah, options like I got to attack this lap because I have more battery, or hold off for a bit, gain some, and then attack.
Pleb's just set the fastest lap on mine. He's on that soft tyre.
Oh yeah, Pleb's softs, yes.
What position is he in?
He's in P9. He is currently 2.5 seconds behind Spilly. I meant Spicy, sorry.
Good recovery for
Yeah, he's sitting pretty well at the moment.
I just want to draw your attention to BP picking up that penalty.
Ah, BP. That's okay though.
It's
only one penalty.
Still got
It's only the one.
Second. Yeah, it'll be fine. But yeah, it is tricky. I think certain tracks are a bit easier than others. A few places you can pick up the track limits, warnings around here, and Ford just getting that ever bit closer. And he's obviously having to push because he's using the battery. I see him occasionally just putting a swarm in here and there. So,
Prince did have DRS there as well with that ghosted car, and is he going to get DRS again here? Yes, Prince gets DRS again here, so just not helping Ford out at all, unfortunately.
Prince has still got lots of battery. His battery management is very good. His pace is very good also. And I get the feeling Ford is really having to just push and use everything just to close up to him. But he's going to do it sooner or later because he does have there's a bit of an age difference between the tyres also.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, 4-lap older tyres on Ford, so that means 4 laps earlier that they are going to start dying, which means he has to do it now, or yeah, they're going to die, and he's just going to see Prince drive off in the distance.
Yeah, Bags is in the pit lane, and he's chosen to go into that soft tyre there, so it's push him. Well, he's not going to lose too many. He'll be on the fresh rubber, go for the fastest lap, and
does he come out behind Banana Cake Pie? That's the real question. Yes, he does. Come on, Banana, in the chat, easy. Come on, do it.
it's the 2 easy boys having a go. This is round 2.
Maybe that's why he's done it. He's going for another battle. Wanted to battle Banana again.
Unfair advantage though for Bags is on that. So
yeah,
absolutely. We'll see how this pans out. Up at the front there, Ford is still closing up ever so slightly on the back of Prince. We will definitely keep an eye on this battle between the 2 easy boys, Easy Bagsy and Easy Banana.
yeah, absolutely. And someone else who is caught up to someone is got, of course, Plebs on Spicy, as he got the DRS on this main straight, is going to go for the move on the inside. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it again, but yeah, Plebs making that move extremely easy. We have a spun car, and I believe that's Kick Butt Kiwi coming out of the final corner.
On the hard, but yeah, a bit of a surprise. Interesting spin there. Did he make it past him?
Yes. Plebs has got the move on Spicy.
Sure. Okay. Ford's still stuck behind Prince. Starting to run out of time a little bit. Like I said before, Prince has got. He doesn't seem to be using any, but he seems to be gaining battery. How he's managing that.
He's got mad pace, obviously. Too fast. Send him up to D1.
Don't want to miss this. Bags has caught up. That didn't take long. Obviously, him on that soft tire. I don't know how Banana Cakes are going to defend this now, because the pace difference is going to be so strong with that Red Bull versus the Red. Bags has gone to the inside this time. Banana chose to defend a little bit too late, I think, and that's going to make it pretty easy, unfortunately, for Banana Cake. Fortunately for Bags, and he gets through.
I don't think Banana Cake could have done any better there, to be honest. He squeezed him real well into that turn, into that corner, into the apex, and set up for a good exit speed for himself. But yeah, again, that fresh soft tire, just having so much more grip than his 12-lap old mediums. He just couldn't do anything. I feel like he did everything perfect. It's just unfortunate that the tire difference is such a big one.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, I'd say. We got Vision on Chip as well. Vision's done a good recovery race. He's got some serious pace. He's been closing that gap down. He's just behind, sitting behind Chip here. Coming into turn 10. It's hooked up nicely. All about the exit here. Really choose to make the overtake here. This guy's big level pegging on the Urs front. He's not using his battery here. I think he's going to wait a little bit longer. Chip is going to wait to the main straight. Let's see. Really kicks in. This guy's got fastest there. Banana Cake choosing not to go to the inside, squeezing back to the inside, but I think they're going to probably set for on that sometime. Didn't really matter which way he went, he was going to get past there.
It looks like GeForce Ford might be on for a move here on Prince. He has a little looks at the inside, brakes very, very late, but manages to hook that turn up very, very nicely. Is currently ahead of Prince. Is Prince going to be able to fight that back though? Now that he has DRS, no, Prince doesn't have DRS. Somehow Ford has managed to get DRS again there. I feel like he was behind at that line, but yeah, okay.
I think the same thing just happened in turn 1 between Vision and Chip. It was the exact same move, except for Chip has the DRS, but I think Vision's dumped his battery just to stay ahead through there. Let's take a look at that. Ford and Prince there. Ford goes down the inside. I think he just compromised him a little bit there, and just offset Prince through that section. How did he not end up
how did he get
DRS?
that DRS? That makes no sense at all, but oh well. Thanks, Cody's. Oh well, Prince is still in that DRS of him, obviously, and does have a lot more Earth than him, so but he is still falling off a little bit. So hopefully he can be able to manage to close back in and make a move here on this straight, or else he might just disappear in the distance.
Yeah, same story for P6, so we'll watch this one and then we'll jump back to those guys as they're slightly ahead on track. Try not to miss either of them. Will Prince get a good run, as you said before, about 2. There's a 5-second quite close enough, but I think it's worthwhile just waiting for that second. This is where he needs to still got loads of battery. Is he even using the battery here? No.
Oh, he wasn't using the battery there for some reason, and yeah, I guess just deciding that he's going to sit behind for a little bit at the moment. Of course, this vision chip battle hasn't gone as great, unfortunately, because there was a backmarker ghosted car that gave gave Vision DRS, so Chip couldn't really close back in.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just, I mean, there's not many laps left, and obviously Ford doesn't have much in the battery. Prince has got heaps, so I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of that one. I'm sure it's a bit closer this time round. 3 tenths was on the other side. Chip's a little bit further away. Vision now has, searches his pace. He now has DRS from Broke Vegan in front line. He'll have this within that second gap. So that's not going to help Chip. And that puts a lot of pressure on the AlphaTauri doors.
Yeah, absolutely there, and of course Ford saving a bit of ERS through that lap, but Prince is burning. He is really burning here. He's got so much overspeed. He's going to have a look up the inside here. This move might be done fully before the braking zone. No, Ford brakes nice and late there, but Prince currently ahead. I would presume that Ford's going to get DRS here though, but he has no urge to try and catch back up. Does have DRS, is in that slipstream. Is he going to be able to make a move? He is closing, but not quick enough, unfortunately. Prince managing to get that position back there from Ford.
A little bit deep to Prince there in turn 4, just allowed Ford to close up a little bit more. I think he was just sort of a bit of a twitch there. Coming into turn 7. Ford struggling maybe a little bit with his tyres, and yeah, he's just going to stay in within that DRS and try and mount another move there. His Vision closing up to the back of the Broke Vegan also, so a couple of battles, a couple of spicy battles in these closing stages of this race. Don't go anywhere, guys, because I think we haven't. Oh, Vision going a little bit wide on that curve. That's really going to upset him. He totally avoids that curve there, which is a smart thing to do. He did not want to go running over that, and that has allowed Chip to retake the Vision. Takes a little bit of the pressure off Broke Vegan and resets Vision back to P7. While this battle is happening away, it's a battle between Ford and Prince. Prince sailing past Ford down the inside, and yeah, just covers it off nicely and stays ahead of Ford.
Yeah, absolutely. Ford is in that DRS. Is he going to be able to make a move? He does have a look up the inside, does brake pretty late there, but don't know if the room was really there. But having a slight bit of contact, Prince having a big tank slapper there, and of course Ford right behind him is going to be able to go up the inside. He is way ahead, and Prince just slightly backing out, looking for the cutback actually. And unfortunately though, not enough there as they are so close together, but Prince going to have to relinquish that position.
In the meantime, Vision managing to get past Chip also, so this battle is heating up. With just a couple of laps ago, I don't see it's cooling down at all. These guys are going to keep trading positions, and I think Ford's got some decent straight line speed around considering he's not really been using the energy too much and just caught it nicely to it. So yeah, Prince is going to have to play this one really smart. Let's take that whilst he's in between them and here. And yeah, Ford gets right up behind him down the inside. And he almost overshoots in there. Prince having a little bit of sniff, which is not quite getting as strong as
Oh, spicy. Having a spin as well, unfortunately. Yeah, and yeah, falling back a fair bit off now of Plebs, as the only other cars ahead of him are lapped by the looks.
It's a Merc in the pit lane of Banana Cake Pie. And choosing to go on the soft tire, just like Bags. Here comes Prince again. Not quite, just backs out of that one. Probably the smart thing to do. Wait for this next section. Ford's gone wide. Ford's gone wide. Oh, and Prince! Oh! That's going to slow him down a little bit now. He reacted to Ford going wide, had to time his angle through turn 2, and it offs, and it just, too much steering all through there is not a good thing, as we mentioned earlier, and that bit of a time slapper there has sent him back. As you see, another yellow flag is that gone round on the last corner.
Might be Honest Crook, is my belief. Yes, Honest Crook going into the pits here.
That mistake has really cost Prince now in this battle, just taking giving a little bit of breathing space to Ford. But this battle certainly is nowhere near over. There's other positions between the P5 between both Vegan, Vision, and CDF Chip. This is just quite up now. And DRS, how long can Vegan hold on to this for? Similar amounts of energy. Goes. Take a look at this moment we saw earlier, where Prince got it all wrong, tried to go for the Ford got it all wrong first. Tank slapper goes wide, and it's just too much steering walk there, too much power.
Yeah, super easy to do. Saw the opportunity, tried to take it, and was pushing obviously, and just pushed a little bit too hard, but managing to catch the car very nicely.
Almost into the back of Vision there in the last corner, struggling with traction after that, and that's it's going to be all on his own. His teammate Vision committing to the inside into turn 1. There's going to be a bit of wheel banging, I suspect, through here. He's got the inside here, but Devin on the Williams, and he's got very close to each other. They're going to fire this, I think, down to turn 4. Vegan's out of battery, and I think that's going to be looks for a cut back, but I think Vision's done enough there to stay ahead. He's on that slightly younger tyre too, which is certainly helping, but also allowed Chip to pull back onto his group as well.
Yeah, absolutely there, and I mean, Broke Vegan still very, very close there to Vision. Is he going to be able to get a move here on this next straight with the DRS? I would presume he can go for it, but whether he does decide to or sits back, and no, he gets a pretty poor exit. Look at that. His teammate might be able to make a move on him here, but no, unfortunately not. He is just too far back as well.
Some team orders there. Focus on the singular car ahead and try and get past him rather than fighting with each other, because if they do that now, their race is pretty much set in stone of where they're going to finish. As we come onto the last lap with BP, who's had an absolutely perfect race. Take a look at this
Prince here. Oh no, Prince is having a move on Ford, and he does go around the outside there, and Ford's going to close back in nice and close here. He should have this DRS. Is he going to be able to make this move here? This is, of course, is the last lap, as you just mentioned, but Ford sitting pretty far back here, and of course Prince all the way over that right side defending the position. Doesn't have the battery just to pull, but of course Prince doesn't have the battery anymore either, so it should be just a DRS pull here with this next DRS zone. Broke Vegan very, very close here as well to CBF Chip. Is he going to attempt to move? He has a little look, but no, doesn't go for that move. Obviously, Chip made a move there on Broke Vegan, as Broke Vegan was the car that was ahead, but decided just to sit behind at the moment.
Yeah, I think they've started squabbling, the two teammates, because Vision's got away, and that's cost them a chance at P4, but I think it's just between the two guys now, pride between the two teammates who's going to come out in front. But where is BP? He's just coming in the final straight now. I just want to keep an eye on these last couple of battles, because they're very intense. But BP has led a faultless race. Just that one penalty is just a small tarnish on an almost perfect record, and he takes his first win of the season at Formula Endurance here. And yeah, P1 for BP, absolutely excellent race. Prince on his debut is going to take P2, excellent race run by him. Just had the upper hand on Ford there. Ford had it all to do today, and just too many mistakes I think has cost him that top step on the podium, but great recovery from him to make P3. Vision also on his debut, a few mistakes from him, but he's recovered excellently as well, up into P4. His two teammates, AlphaTauri, great Absolutely great race from them. Good haul points, P5, P6. Maybe not the race. This is Fry Pro fuel.
Looks like it, yeah.
Ferrari Pro. My game says he's in P8. Is that true?
Yes, P8, and
Plebs
Plebs
has
just
reset,
pipping him there.
Place has reset. And pretty good finish from the Alpha Mare boys. P17.
Yeah.
And Jedley there rounding off the top 10. Not a great day for Bags there. A couple of mistakes for him, but P11 not a too shabby result nonetheless. Kickbot Kiwi in P12, Banana Cake Pie in 13. Also a few unfortunate moments for him. Prezzo P14. Euro Ghost Rider obviously ghosted earlier. P15. Lane Everingham. Yeah, I think a race to forget for him in P16. Honest Group P17. Coolboy P18. And two retirees, Miller and Effie. And while it's time and there you go, BP, first race, good strong start to the season for him.
Yeah, Games Driver of the day, of course, is Plebs, who had a very, very nice race there. Even though he was completely glitched, unfortunately. I got to see a lot of footage of him. Unfortunately, you guys didn't.
Yeah, unfortunate about that. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, we couldn't really. We had some issues with the PlayStation Network, and I'm sure that had some kind of play in that, messing up the stuff. But there, BP, our first winner of the line. Come on, guys, you missed my 360 across the line, says Bags. Well, I'm sorry. Spain without P, says 40.
Spain without the P, what's that?
That makes no sense. Sane? What does that even mean?
Sane.
I think the first 100% endurance race has gone straight to Ford's head and he's lost the point.
Yep.
Sane, I know.
Sane.
Makes no sense. 40, you're crunk. Go
I think you meant to say Spain without the A. So it's without the A, so it's spin.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, he just wants to get the up here. I'm not surprised. There you go. That's our results for today's race. It's been a long race. Yeah, that's what you thought. Yeah, you're the first 100% race has gone straight to 40's head. BP, P1, great start to the season for him. Prince debut, P2, excellent start, and Ford in P3. I think it's going to be a close season. I mean, from the qualifying, everything is close. Everything's been close. It's been great to see a couple of new guys on the block there. Yeah, getting right into the mix. Vision there, CBF Chip, Broke Vegan. That's your Plebs. Ferrari, Spicy, and Jedley are your top 10. There's Bags, Kickbot Kiwi, Banana Cake Prezzo, Ghost Rider, Everingham, Honest Crook, and Cool Boy, and then our two Tut Shame boys, Miller and Ethimom, Pit and Quick boys. And yeah, that's been the first race for us at Race Spec Endurance. Tent has once again made my fantastic co-commentary. Couldn't do without you, Tent. Excellent job. Thank you once again for joining me. And I couldn't tell you what the next race is. That's a surprise. So we'll have to wait and find out.
Surprise. Shh. We'll tell you next week.
We'll tell you next week. We'll tell you indeed. Well, thanks again, once again, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place. I've been Black Moon, and that's 10 Sandals.